today is kind of a special video because I don't know if you've noticed, but this isn't my motorbike. This is my father's motorbike, and he has been kind enough to let me take it out for today and show you guys his bike. So today we're going to do a walk around and I'm going to show you everything that he's done to it of his 2015 KTM Superduke 1290. This should be fun. And here it is, as I said, the 2015 KTM Superduke 1290, and boy is it an aggressive looking motorbike. They just look so cool, especially in orange. The black on ice, but you have to get an orange one, it's a KTM. I also really like this headlight. I don't really like the 2017 headlight with the split down the middle. I like this one. There's not a hell of a lot done to it, but just enough to make it unique and better than the stock one, louder and prettier. So I think we should begin with what sticks out the most on a Superduke, because very few Superdukes actually have that, and that is a windscreen. This is an MRA screen, and I used to believe that naked bikes shouldn't have screens and that they looked silly with them, but I really think that it's just finding a windscreen that suits the character of the motorbike, which this one does very well. I think it suits the aggressive stance, the aggressive lines and everything like that, and it literally sticks up just enough to push the wind over your head, which is all you really ask for, because they really don't offer much wind protection at all. As I said, this is the MRA one. We did look at the Puge, or however you say it, one, but that sort of comes down and hugs the headlight, and I think this one just looks a lot better. So keeping at the front and moving down to the front wheel, this bike has the completely black wheel. It's not the half orange half white wheel, so to make it a bit brighter and to suit all this orange a bit better, there is a racing sticker, which if you've watched the walk around of my GSXR, you will know that mine has a racing sticker too, so now you'll know where it came from. It came from the KTM, but that still wasn't enough, so next this orange rim tape was added, and I think that is one of the best things you can do to a bike. It changed my GSX and it changes this completely. It really brings out the black wheels but adds the extra orange that's definitely necessary. Okay, then moving to the handlebars, there is KTM PowerParts orange anodized reservoir covers for both the front brake, the clutch, and down here on the rear brake is the same. And also more orange. You can't have enough orange on a KTM. They look really nice. The stock ones were black and plastic, and it just didn't fit with what the overall bike was like. Moving down the tank, we have the KTM PowerParts again, tank protector, and it's really hard to get a tank protector that fits this funny tank, and it is a very slippery tank, so this provides protection and some grip that's needed. And they look the best because they're made to fit this exact funny shaped tank. Definitely a necessity, otherwise this would be very scratched by now. Moving backwards, there is a sticker on the mudguard, a 1301 sticker, and that's because although it's called a 1290, the actual displacement of this bike is 1301 cc's. So to commit to that fully, there's a 1301 sticker with sort of a carbon weave on it. It looks really nice because the carbon mudguard is hugely pricey. You can't get an orange one, so this is the best of both worlds, I think. And carrying on with the back, there is some sort of a tail tidy. It's not the stock number plate bracket, and it's also not the PowerParts one. This is a homemade number plate and indicator bracket from aluminium strips. First of all, it was a lot cheaper, and I think it came out really nicely. The bike has such a short tail that you can't have a long number plate bracket hanging off. It ruins the look entirely, but unfortunately it does have a number plate on. Moving on to the beautiful single-sided swing arm, again we have the orange pinstriping and a bigger racing sticker, because you can't have enough racing, can you? So next you'll notice that it does indeed still have the stock ugly canister, and you might be wondering, why was it so loud then? Well, because although the canister's stock, the cat is missing. It has a link pipe, so instead of the big ugly box that silences it and gets rid of that beautiful V-twin sound, there's just a straight pipe from there to the silencer. And if you've ever heard a Superduke without any silencing, you'll know that this is definitely needed. They are ridiculously loud. So even with this, it's still a nice volume, and you can still hear it very nicely. I'll start it in just a minute. So overall, this doesn't actually silence it much, which is exactly what you want, but it doesn't kill grannies when you ride past. So I think that is pretty much it, and I think that you'll agree with me that this is just enough to make it unique and that it is a very beautiful motorbike. So now I will shut up and I'll let you listen to it. Can you hear it screeching? It does that till you start it. I think that is plenty. I think I've annoyed everyone here now. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you did like the bike, please leave a like. And if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.